right, and we're live. So, and see how everyone's doing. I mean, so just see how it goes, see how you guys react to things that are going on, see how you guys are enjoying the stream. Or so it's basically just a session where you can ask whatever you want and figure out who I am, what I do, or you can see. I can answer questions if you have anything related to nunchucks. If you want to have trouble with some moves and stuff, then you can ask me any of that. So I can see you guys writing in the comments already. So hi, what's up? So does anyone want to start off with the channel almost 5 years ago now? So it's been a little bit, doing it for a while. I started it when I just got out of middle school, so right before high school. That's when I started making videos and decided to start YouTube. And yeah, I've been doing it for quite a bit now. Well, thank you. I see some nice comments coming in here. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. So I just feel like I'd want to interact with you guys. So that's why I kind of started this, because normally you just see me just talking in front of camera, doing all the normal straightforward tutorials that I usually do, which is fine. Like, I understand if you don't want to hear about who I am or anything, like that's perfectly okay. So I mean, just decided to try this out. So all right, so we got one about a wrist roll here. Why is it every time I try to do the wrist roll and the nunchucks just fall out of my hands? So which wrist roll are you talking about? Because if you're doing a normal front grip to back grip wrist roll, so you're starting in a front grip and you bring the chain over the top of your hand. Your nunchucks are hanging downwards like this. So your nunchucks are on your hand and they're not going to be falling off. So they're in this position. Then the next step is to rotate your hand so your palm faces off to the side, so you can grab that end of the nunchuck and then spin the other end around. So if you do those steps, in that sequence, you'll be able to keep the nunchuck attached to your hand, basically. If you're trying to do a different type of nunchuck, for instance, your back grip to front grip wrist roll, the nunchuck does leave your hand slightly because the chain does not wrap around. That might have helped. So if there are additional questions on that, I can try to elaborate on it. So just to make sure, like, is the audio and everything okay? Can you guys hear me well enough? Resolution, lights, I don't know, make sure everything's in check because I'm kind of new to this. All right, thank you. We got a comment here. You should teach more self-defense moves. Yes, I do occasionally do self-defense moves. It's a little bit difficult with YouTube guidelines because they tend to not really enjoy when you do anything relating to fighting and stuff like that. So it's important to try and keep it. I try to keep it at least as in the form of entertainment. And I'll like make jokes and stuff for those videos because giving actual advice, first of all, I don't feel qualified to give actual advice for people to go out and like fight. That's not what I do. It's more for entertainment. But also just along YouTube guidelines, it's more difficult to go that way. Like, entertainment is easy to do. Like, those videos are more I guess acceptable under YouTube guidelines, but like actual fighting is not something that YouTube likes when you upload. All right, so we have a comment here: how to do infinite wrist rolls with one hand. So the key to making infinite is to keep the momentum of your nunchuck spinning. So what we want to basically do, just starting by performing individual wrist rolls. So do a back grip to back grip wrist roll, a back grip to back grip wrist roll, a back grip to back grip wrist roll, and just keep them separate. And then after you keep performing that wrist roll and start to get it down a little bit better, start to have it be performed smoother. So I hope that helps out. So just Or do you have like any questions pertaining to like specifically how the chain moves or any of that? So let me know if there's any issues with that. We have a question, how's lockdown? Well, I mean, a lot of the world is sitting at home right now. And I hope everyone's staying safe out there. But I do have more time to do stuff like this now. So that is something. Nunchuck freestyle in front of a camera. I can do that. I mean, some of my upcoming videos are more freestyle oriented, so combos and putting things together into something that you can actually perform. Because a lot of my videos are just individual moves, where you perform one move and then learn that move and then the next move. But in the upcoming videos, I definitely want to work a lot more on doing combos and piecing things together into something that you can actually perform. So someone said, would be, Stella13 said, would be sick to teach us live on cam. Yeah, I've thought about that. Today I wanted to do more of a sit down, talk to you guys kind of thing, see what you guys even want from me, if anything, or if you want to listen to me live, or if you want to have more tutorials of this sort and whatever. But but if that's a request that's there, I'd definitely be happy to teach live. Currently, my setup is in a way that kind of prevents me from doing that. But another time, um, I'll definitely try to do a different setup, and then we can try doing like a live teaching sort of thing. So, so then, um, so Noah said that he's been struggling lately, but I mean, with every practicing that you do, there's always like sometimes there's just a slump where you're missing every single throw you're doing, or you're missing every single wrist roll, and it just doesn't work. But in that time, it's just important to be sure not to try and like force yourself into practicing a ton. Maybe just take some time off, get your head game right, and then you'll be able to work on it again and get your moves back up to speed as they were. So, so if you're struggling to practice and stuff, then sometimes you just need a break from it. Sometimes you need to put your nunchucks down, walk away from it, do something else, come back later, and maybe then you'll catch your throw or wrist roll first try. So, so we have someone requested that I make a nunchuck collection video. Well, to be honest, my nunchuck collection isn't that great. I know that may surprise some of you, but I mean, I just use I bought. I mean, I do have several pairs of nunchucks, but a lot of mine are older pairs that I've had for a long time, have been spinning for a while, and I really enjoy just having that familiarity of a nunchuck that I've been spinning for a long time, because it just fits in your hand better and you just get along with it well. And specifically these, I like these ones because they show up really nice on the camera. That's why I use them in a lot of my videos, because you can actually see them. If I were to use wooden nunchucks or any other type of nunchucks a lot more, you wouldn't be able to capture them as well on the screen. So that's, yeah, I just like spinning the same pairs of nunchucks. I mean, I have double pairs of wooden nunchucks. These are actually kind of cool because, and yeah, it's been a bit since I had these, so I haven't been able to find this exact pair again, but I have been doing some searching on the internet to try and figure out where someone else can get these, because I have had a lot of requests where people have been asking me where I get these nunchucks from. So I've been looking for them. I haven't stumbled across anything yet, but as soon as I do, I'll definitely shout that out and tell you guys where you can find them. So yeah, I mean, let's see what else we have. So we have a question: is it possible to do nunchucks on one leg? I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, you can stand on one leg and spin them however you like. It's not really I guess there's no rules to it. I mean, if that's what you're asking. Uh, um, So 8-inch chain. These are a bit shorter. These are around 6. 8 is a bit long of a chain, but it may be difficult to perform certain moves if you have a really long chain. But yeah, but these are, I like these. A lot of spinners use shorter chains because it does help a little bit with some wrist rolls and spins. And if you have string, it's even easier because you can actually trim string. Trimming a chain is a little bit more difficult, but yeah, but it also depends on personal preference. So there's a lot of YouTubers that say you should do it this way or this way, and I mean, it's just what you're used to and what you enjoy spinning. So there's no real risk like advice I can give there. Let's see what else we have. Someone asked me about Ken Hill. Yeah, I definitely watch him. He's a great YouTuber. He does a lot of stuff that I really enjoy watching, and yeah, he posts a lot of great content. And I mean, he knows me too. He comments on my videos, and we write back and forth occasionally. So yeah, I mean, it's a free YouTube space, and you can, yeah, everyone makes their own stuff, and we kind of have our own styles a little bit, and that's cool. So yeah. So let's see. Oh, so someone asked if I'd make a video that compile my fans nunchuck freestyle moves and stuff. Yeah, I'd do that. That sounds cool. That'd be a fun video that would be interesting to do. I mean, if you guys would want to, I'm always open if you guys want to send me any sort of your spins or what you're doing. And I've said that in other videos before, that if you have questions or want to send them in the form of a video, like, feel free to do so. My email is linked on my channel, so you can definitely, or you can just send me the links to your videos if they're on YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to do that. And maybe one day we'll have enough videos together where we can actually create like a montage of it and add some music. So, do you have a cameraman? No, I am the cameraman. No, this isn't. No, we're not that big of a production here. Do you only do nunchucks or other things like bow staff? I have done sword in the past before. I've done a few other things, but nunchucks are like what I've mainly stuck with over the years and what most of my audience is interested in. But yeah, that's like, yeah, it's one of the things that I also do. So if you guys would be interested in that, then let me know. Any hidden talents? Well, I do have a few hobbies. So I'm actually a runner, which most of you probably don't know, but uh, that's one of the other things I do. So, if you were to get nunchucks, which one is better, wood or rubber foam? So that really depends on where you're at. I really enjoy spinning a wooden nunchuck, especially because they're really quality. Like a wooden nunchuck, if you get the right wooden nunchuck, like a heavy wood, then you can spin that for like 50 years. It'll be fine. So if you get a wooden nunchuck, it's really great because you have that quality. But foam is really convenient for learning because, I mean, obviously it's a lot more forgiving if you hit yourself or hit objects around you. Then foam is really a lot better. So, do you have a pair of steel nunchucks? No, I do not, but I do have an upcoming video showing you how to make metal nunchucks. So, stay tuned for that. Have you ever done parkour or free running? I have not. I have not tried that. I do not. That's not something I have tried. So it is cool though. I've watched a few videos on that stuff. So let's see. You guys are really doing a great job with the questions here. This is pretty interesting. I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. I felt like I'd just be sitting here like talking to myself. But you guys have been doing a good job. So that's I mean, it makes it a lot more enjoyable. So someone asked, when they try to do an infinite wrist roll, their nunchucks seem to hit together when they're trying to do a continuous spin. So my advice on that would be, what can happen is if you're performing your infinite wrist roll, your nunchucks will be closer together. So as you're performing your wrist roll, your nunchucks end up in this position. So the way to keep them from clapping together is to time the release properly. So if you don't release the nunchuck soon enough, then the nunchucks will hit. However, as you are spinning the nunchuck around, if you release the nunchuck that you're spinning so that they do not collide, so what you're basically trying to do is keep the chain as extended as possible. If you release the nunchuck in time, then they do not collide at the bottom. So that's kind of the key to the infinite part, that you keep the momentum going by releasing at the right time so that the nunchucks do not hit. That's really important because if you time it right, the chain should stay extended mostly, and you'll be able to release the nunchuck upwards, the next nunchuck that you're spinning, so that they continue going around. So I hope that helps answer that question. So someone said again, where did I get these nunchucks from? And I already mentioned that I got these a long time ago and don't know exactly where they came from, but I will look for them on the internet and see if I can find a place to purchase similar nunchucks. Have you practiced martial arts? Yes. I've done several years of Shotokan, and yeah, so also do a lot of that. I don't teach it on YouTube specifically because there's a lot of other people that can teach it way better than I can. So yeah, so we have let's see. So just to check, where's everyone watching from? So I've been getting so many comments recently of people saying hi from all over the world. So it's been pretty crazy. And if you look at like the statistics and stuff, it's pretty fun to see where everywhere in the world people have been viewing videos from. It's pretty surprising that so many people around the world enjoy the same topic. So I find that pretty cool. And I really enjoy seeing where people are from and what they do. So I think that's pretty cool. And YouTube analytics have been a lot of fun too. I don't know if you know this, but I really enjoy the analytics behind YouTube. So I love looking at the numbers, love looking at the different stats and stuff. And I love reading all the comments because people have been really cool with their comments. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And we just hit 9,000 subscribers, which is pretty fun too. So I thought that was pretty crazy. I mean, sure, there's YouTubers out there with thousands of times that, but for me, I think that was pretty cool. So to think that something like this could grow into well-sized channel. So yeah, so do you guys have any more questions about like the channel related stuff or nunchucks or anything? Because now's the time. Here I am. Yeah, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this live stream, because a lot of you guys don't really know me that well or have questions related to nunchucks. And so that's why I decided to do this. So we have Ohio, we have Pakistan, we have Germany. So we have a lot of different places tuning in. I live in the United States right now, so that's where I am. That's where I'm coming live from. Anthony Taylor Trick Shots. I have not heard of that channel, but I'll look it up. So then I'll check it out. So, yeah. So someone broke Madara. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but broke glass while practicing the horizontal wrist roll. Yeah, that can happen. Watch out where you're practicing with nunchucks. I mean, it is sticks flying through the air, so yeah, that's, or unless you broke it intentionally, then that's pretty cool. So unless you were trying to break the glass, but if you weren't trying to break the glass, then that's rough. Have you done like any fruit experiments, like striking nunchucks with fruit with nunchucks? I have not. Um, I know a lot of YouTubers do that. And I mean, it does make cool videos, but I do more like tutorial style stuff. I have done some different style videos in the past. And I've tried some stuff out on YouTube and tried to do some other style videos, but tutorials have just been what worked really well and what you guys seem to enjoy the most. So that's what I've been sticking with. And I don't feel like cleaning up the mess of striking fruit and then watching them like explode, because that's a lot of cleaning to do, especially in here. That would not be good. But yeah, and I mean, I also don't have any like crazy slow-mo camera or something to pick that up with. So no, I've not struck fruit with nunchucks. Someone said, please be live often. Yeah, I can see how often I can do this. I mean, it's going well so far. So um, yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoy it, then I'll try to go live more often. I mean, I don't know how interesting I am. I decided to just try this out, and if it didn't work, I would never do it again, but it seems to be doing all right. And if you guys are interested in seeing me live more often, then yeah, that's definitely something we can do. So we have, let's see. Have you ever traveled out of your country? Yes, I've actually been quite lucky, and I've traveled quite a bit. I actually live in Germany as well, but I had to return to the U.S. because of what's going on in the world right now. So I actually do live in Germany for a lot of the year, and that's why what some people have noticed, that my videos are often pretty similar, because I'll bulk record and then release when I'm not at home or when I'm not here at my studio, because I don't have a studio in Germany. So, are you a fan of Bruce Lee? Yes, absolutely. Those movies are always so much fun to watch, especially nowadays. I mean, sure, there's movies that that have a million times better production quality and a million times better acting and a million times better all this stuff and superheroes and lasers and whatever. But I don't know, like the old Bruce Lee movies, they're just cool. Like, I don't know, they just have that quality to them that I guess it seems more realistic, I would say, because a lot of movies now, like, they're so far off with sci-fi and so on, that a classic Bruce Lee is pretty cool. Also fun ones, of course, Rocky Balboa, if you've watched those movies. I mean, those aren't related to nunchucks specifically, but they do have that quality to them. So those are ones I enjoy. Have you ever done a moon wave? So I don't really know what that is, but if you could explain it, then I can let you know. So Death Rider Gamer said that he just likes watching the clips of nunchucks, so Bruce Lee clips. And yeah, the clips are pretty good, but the movies, if you can look them up on YouTube and find a bunch of the whole length movies for free. So then you can just look those up on YouTube and you'll be able to find those movies. Yeah, so I suggest it. Much recommended. Let's see what else we have. God, we've gotten quite a lot of comments. This is cool. Let's see. So, are there any more like nunchuck questions? Does anyone have like nunchuck questions? Because I mean, I'm here with a set of nunchucks. So if anyone has like if anyone has any questions related to a particular move, then now would be good time. I have answered a few on wrist rolls, but if that's still not clear, then I can definitely try and go into more detail. Someone said that they're getting decent with one nunchuck. Do I advise buying two different sets? You'll be unbalanced, and it doesn't feel as good if you're spinning two different sets. So try to purchase a second pair of nunchucks that's the same. Or what I like to do is I buy two of the exact same pair at the same time. It makes it a bit easier because then they're worn the same amount, and then they are so they're similar in spec. So that's what I would suggest doing when trying to purchase double nunchucks and learning to spin those. So yeah. Have I seen Kid Bruce Lee? Yes, I have. That is quite the video. I do watch a bit of YouTube, so I do get around. Do you know the figure eight when you do a wrist roll whilst doing a figure eight? I think it's called butterfly roll. Well, I've done tutorials on doing wrist rolls in a figure eight. It's pretty interesting because what you're doing is you're allowing your nunchucks to maintain their momentum and integrating wrist rolls into that. I do have some tutorials on that, so if that's what you're referring to, then yes. But if it's not, then I'll have to see. Yeah. So does like this setup work for you guys? Like how is because I'm not sure how to live stream, basically. That's what I'm saying. This is completely new to me. So I don't know how often I'll do this or if I'll even do it again, but I mean, I guess it depends on how much you guys enjoy it or how much feedback I get, or maybe if something's wrong, then you guys can let me know. So yeah, but I mean, I have some time on my hands in the near future, so yeah, this is something I decided to try out. And considering that we just hit 9,000 subscribers, it was something I wanted to just interact with you guys, check in. I mean, a lot of you guys do not know me whatsoever besides talking like a robot in front of a camera for tutorials every other week. So if this is something you guys are interested in, then be sure to let me know on that. Another thing that I wanted to look into with you guys was a lot of people ask me like where a lot of my viewers are from, and that's one of the things I wanted to share with you guys today and look at some of those statistics because I find it interesting to see from all over the world where people are viewing from. So actually the most I'm looking at the statistics like right now, and the country that has viewed the most in the most recent span of time is India, followed by the United States and the United Kingdom. So we have a few different front runners there in the different categories, I guess. So we have from a variety of different countries. So India has been actually first for quite a while, which is cool because I mean that's far away, and it's pretty fun to see that so many people from such a far away place are watching my videos and are interested in them. Then the United States, UK, Philippines come in at number 4, and then Indonesia is number 5. So, and then just below the top 5 is Canada and Germany. So yeah, so quite a lot of places. And there was someone who said they were from Pakistan, and that is number 10 on the list. So yeah, you guys are doing well, which is fun. So let's see what else people have written. Setup is nice. Maybe double up with Q&A and some tutorials during the live stream. I did put out in one of my latest videos, I did put out that I wanted to do a Q&A, but I did not really get that many questions. So it was a bit more difficult to organize, but because I don't really know what you guys want to hear from me, and I don't want to just tell you things you don't care about. So I decided not to quite do a Q&A yet. So yeah. So, but if that's something you guys are interested in, flood me with questions, and yeah, I'll make it happen. Let's see. How quick can you spin your nunchucks while doing infinite wrist rolls and rip rolls at the same time? Do you mean like one hand infinite rip roll or infinite wrist roll and other hand rip rolls? Because rip rolls involve both hands, so you'd only be able to use one set of nunchucks. But so I don't know how that would work at the same time. But if you could clarify that, then I might be able to help with that. But yeah, but infinite wrist rolls are pretty fun. You can get them down pretty quick after a while, and same with rip rolls. So, and in 2 videos ago, I did show how to do an infinite wrist roll. So in that video, I also explained it and showed it in slow motion and stuff. So. Okay, so just infinite rip rolls. Okay, so I did a video on infinite rip rolls before, and infinite rip rolls are where I put a figure 8 into a rip roll, and yeah, you can get them down pretty quick. So over time, I mean, you get used to it, and yeah, that works. Canada here, Canada's representing, so that's nice. Friends up north. Someone complimented me on being extremely articulate. Well, thank you. I mean, I think part of it was doing YouTube for so many years that it got me to speak in front of a camera and has gotten me used to trying to do tutorials and be as clear as possible. I know that a lot of my viewers aren't from English-speaking countries, so I try to speak as clearly as possible for them to also understand. So I know that sometimes I can speak too quickly in some of my tutorials, but I try to slow it down a bit, and yeah, so that everyone can enjoy and listen to it. So I hope. Oh well, thank you for the compliment then. Sean Zuby said, high quality merch, everyone should purchase. Yes, we do have new merch. I never promote, I rarely promote this in videos because I try to keep my videos as straightforward as possible. I know a lot of people, they flood their videos with tons and tons of ads and everything, and they make them 10 minutes long just to fill them with ads. And then they spend 5 minutes telling people to hit the like button and stuff like that. And I don't like doing that. Like I try to keep things straightforward. I want people to be able to come onto my channel, watch a video, have like a 10-second introduction, and then just get spinning, just get on with the move. Because I mean, I don't feel like wasting people's time by giving them a 40-second or like a minute-long introduction before showing them the move. And that's one of the things about YouTube I don't really like, when people spend so much time telling you to hit the like button, buy this, and like all these things, because it just eats away at time and stuff, and the time you have. So I really try to keep my videos as clear as possible and to the point. But yeah, if you want merch, go check it out. I'll keep it only to live streams. I don't say that in videos. So so yeah, there we go. What else? Have you seen Ken Hill videos? Yes, I have. Yeah, and he's commented on my videos, I've commented on his, so we're aware of each other's presence. I mean, I don't think I have the prestige or anything to collaborate with him. I don't think that, I mean, he's obviously way out of my league. So, and when it comes to nunchucks, he's out of my league too. So, but yeah, we're aware of each other's presence on YouTube. So, and we have different styles and different tutorial styles and different audiences and stuff. Well, a lot of the audience overlaps, but we also have our own unique sort of way. So we don't like get in each other's way or anything. So so let's see. So someone commented on the white shirt and white backdrop. Well, that's a good point. I'll try to change that up in the future. It doesn't, I'm looking at it now and it does not quite show up as well as I want it to. So I can, yeah, I'll figure that out and do it differently next time. Thanks for pointing that out. How did you start and when did I start making videos? So I started making videos on YouTube 5 years ago. That's when I released, almost 5 years ago. I think it's June 14th was the first day I made my channel and uploaded videos. So, or I uploaded my first video. I only made one to begin with. So, and that one's actually still up. Well, yeah, it's still up. So, and most of you guys probably already know it, but that's my first video. And after that, I just started making a few tutorials and more, and I just kind of stuck with it. I'd try to do it about every 2 weeks. Recently, I've been doing more because I finally have more time to upload more and film more and do things like that. So before then, I just do every 2 weeks and upload, and I just stuck with it over the years. And I mean, I haven't really done big changes. Sure, I've adjusted a light here and there. I've learned how to use camera exposure and how to edit videos and stuff. But generally not that much has changed. I mean, I have a new mic now, which is very nice. But yeah, not that much has changed over the years. I just tried to keep it consistent and keep working on it here and there when I had time. And yeah, and I really enjoy doing it. Like it's been a blast working on this for so many years and being able to help so many people and entertain so many people. And it's been a lot of fun. So so another person said, will I do more freestyle like in my first video? I have been thinking about that, and I have been thinking about doing freestyle tutorials specifically because a lot of you guys have been asking me for those, and I do think it's something really great to teach. So if any of you would be if more of you would be interested, I'd definitely put more of that out there. I don't really like doing freestyle on my own as much. I just don't find it as interesting, and I don't really see why, like, I don't know, I just don't think that's what my audience would necessarily want to see from me all the time. But yeah, maybe once in a while, or maybe I'll throw out a tutorial on how to do freestyle and stuff like that. So, do you have any other social media? I do have Instagram, so I do have a channel Instagram. Other than that, I do go through the YouTube comments quite a bit. So if you have any questions or want to contact me that way, then you can go through there. I do have a Twitter, but I have not been active on Twitter whatsoever. So it's out there, but yeah, keep that in mind. It's not that big. Let's see. Someone says they're gonna follow. Okay, yeah, feel free. That's fun. Yeah, so these have been a lot of good questions, and it's been actually pretty good, working pretty well. I mean, I was just trying out this new concept, so I mean, I didn't know what was gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, I've said this a few times so far, but if you guys are enjoying this, then let me know, and maybe I can piece it together again. So yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool to get to talk to a lot of you guys, which I don't do on a regular basis, except for like comments and stuff. But yeah, I find it pretty fun to be able to just directly communicate with you guys and not have to make like a formal video or something like that, which I do most of the time. So yeah, I mean, let me know, and maybe I can do stuff in the future where we teach on a live stream. I can do like a full like 2-hour session where I just go through different moves, start really easy and then work our way up. And like have it be interactive, where you can tell me, where you guys can tell me that this specific step doesn't work for me and stuff like that. So that's definitely something we can do, where we can interact. You can tell me, I missed this part. Can you talk about it again? And I can go through that, and then we can have we can build up to performing like an actual spinning routine by the end of the live stream, which would be pretty cool. And I think that'd be pretty fun to do. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, then yeah, let me know. Another thing that people have said is Q&A, but to have a Q&A, I need questions. So if you guys want to do one of those, then hit me with questions and we can figure that out. So I know that you guys don't know that much about me, so that'd definitely be something to look into in the future. I mean, I'm obviously still going to keep making my tutorials, and there's a whole list of them coming up, so be sure to stay tuned for those. But yeah, that's about it. So let's see. This won't be, so I won't be going for that much longer today, but we can definitely pick it up another time. I've been going for about 43 minutes now. So at around 45, that's when we'll go back to our separate ways. So yeah, so any last minute questions, comments, things that have been on your mind and you've been wanting to tell me for years now, now is the perfect time to let those out. So, or not, then that's fine too. But yeah, so I mean, if anyone has anything, then we'll address that. But if not, then we'll see. So, all right. I guess that's it then. Well, thank you guys for watching. It's been fun. My first live stream, just trying things out, seeing how it goes. Yeah, thank you for having some great questions, bringing some good ideas, great questions. I mean, it's been interesting. We've covered a bunch of stuff. We've covered moves. We've covered things about me, things about the channel, things about you guys, where you guys are from and stuff like that. So yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again sometime. So yeah, keep me informed if you enjoyed this format, if you enjoy this style of video. So I'll see you guys later.